Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at the Bommer number 5000-350-600. This is just a typical, this is just a 3.5-inch hinge is all it is. The part number, all the numbers specifically define the hinge, and Bommer has a pretty good, tight way of putting together part numbers for hinges, and let's dissect this one. First of all, 5,000. That means a number of things. It means that it's a 5-knuckle hinge. It means that it's a plain bearing hinge. There are no bearing packets anywhere between the knuckles. It means it's a standard weight hinge, that the leaf thickness, when it's a 3.5-inch hinge, is 0.123 thick, 123 thousandths thick. It means that it is a full mortise hinge. When you draw the hinge leaves together, you can see from the swag on the hinge leaves there, right there, that they're meant to be mortised flush to the edge of the door and to the rabbet of the frame when they're brought parallel together. It means also that it's made of steel, this hinge. Yeah, that's buried in that part number. Steel hinge. Square corner, standard locations for the holes for a 3.5-inch, a template pattern is what we would call that. The 350, that means that the hinge is 3.5-inch tall and 3.5-inch wide. Okay. The 600 means a couple of things. It means that it's made of steel, again, which we've demonstrated, and that it's a prime coat finish as well. So the hinge actually has a coat of primer on it, which would be intended to be painted over, is what this would be. A standard button tip, removable pin hinge. It looks like a button on your coat. You can drive that pin out should you want to, and reverse it over if you would like. Be no problem. Very nice quality hinge. Being Bommer, it's very nice quality. 100% American manufactured. Even the steel is domestically sourced. Now there is a link below this video to a document called Cut Sheet, where you can review all of the dimensional properties of the hinge itself in terms of its length, the location of the screw holes, and if there's any confusion or if you're not clear about whether or not the location of the screw holes. And speaking of the screw holes, screws are included, generally in a prime coat finish, although I've seen them send out satin chrome type screws with a prime coat hinge. You're painting the hinge, so I've seen it both ways. If there's any confusion or if you're not clear if this is compatible with an existing preparation, review the cut sheet. It'll tell you where these holes are located for the screws to eliminate any sort of confusion, possible mistake, error. The data's there. You can review it. Also gives you information on other hinge types in terms of knuckle configuration, bearing configuration, base material, and then size as well. The same cut sheet will really work for their 3.5 by 3-inch hinge and then their wide throw hinges. They're 5-inch and 6-inch wide hinges as well. Interesting note, the leaf of a standard hinge cannot mate to the leaf of a full, a wide throw hinge. They do that intentionally. This is available in lots of different colors. The 600 is the part that you would change if you were looking for this hinge in a different finish. Your black and zinc, they can certainly do. Your brasses, your bronze, your chromes, polished satin, antique, oil rubbed bronze they can do as well. It's made of steel, so they can plate it pretty much any way that you want it to be plated. Antique nickel they'll entertain, satin bronze naturally, etc., etc. Where would you use such a hinge? Well, certainly on an 1 3/8 door. A 3.5-inch wide hinge would be appropriate for use. 3.5-inch tall hinge would be appropriate for use on an 1 3/8 thick door. So that's where you would use this. Prime coat, obviously you're going to paint it something that's not available from the factory as a finish. Maybe you'll be painting them white or whatever color to match the scheme of what's being done. Now finally, there is a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the Bommer products that we sell, And by the way, these hinges are sold as each. This happens to be, this client bought 3. They happen to generally pack hinges of this size in 3 in a box, but not all hinges are 3 in a box. And when you buy one, you're not buying 3, you're buying just one hinge. So be mindful of that. You can buy 2 or you can buy 4, whatever the height of your door requires. So that link below this video to the manufacturer's page will allow you to review not only all of the Bommer products that we sell, but also a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog. And it's within there that you can review all of the different hinges that Bommer puts together. Now, if you know Bommer, you might know them for their line of spring hinges, especially their 3029 double-acting series spring hinges. But they're a comprehensive manufacturer of all things architectural and commercial and industrial hinge types. There's a table, probably about the 10th page in, that shows you how they build their part numbers, you know, how to order. But that table's really handy because you can quickly see in one view what the different options are in terms of all of the variables: knuckle construction, bearing construction, safety features, corners, base material, sizes, special options such as electrification, sizes as well. It's all listed there, so it's a handy chart. The rest of the catalog is very handy, especially if you have need for a spring hinge. Their name is quite synonymous with spring hinges again. Any questions on the Bommer 5000-350-600 3.5-inch prime coat hinge or any other Bommer product, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.